Today I fucked up by cleaning my teen's room and finding her mature toy. My 17-year-old daughter is staying with her dad down at the shore for the week. So I wanted to surprise her with a clean room. I am not one to go through drawers or books. Her privacy is important. Now just to let you know, I have done this. I am the past for her, so it's nothing new to help her out. A quick make of her bed, dirty clothes washed, and a vacuum was in desperate need. So I started to clean up. Her 3-year-old sister came in and wanted to see what was going on, so I sat her on the bed with some toys to occupy her. This is where is messed up. A few minutes later I hear this noise and my toddler say, "Ooh, a pink gun." Bang! Bang! I turn to look at her. She is sitting there with a pink vibrator, pushing the vibrate button to shoot me. I quickly said, No, that's not our toy," and put it under the blankets, which is where I am assuming she found it. Then I took my toddler, turned out the lights and left the room. I do not think I will be in there cleaning anytime soon. Too long did not read. TIFU by cleaning my teen's room only to have my toddler find her pink vibrator. 17-year-old daughter browsing Reddit from the shores. GIF. Giphy, 2NI4LBIZMP452. To add to the "could be worse" comments, the wife and I were in the middle of wrestling and I went to grab her toy. Gone. Nowhere to be found. Needless to say, it interrupted our session. We're super confused and then it hit us both. One of our teens borrowed the toy. Group text to household. Hey, return what you borrow. No further details. The vibrator returned. No questions were asked and we promptly threw it in the trash. There is no amount of toy cleaner in the world to clean this situation. Never clean a room for a teen. They hate it. I hated it. There is always something you try to hide it from your parents. Friend's mom cleaned while they were out of town. Found toys, bagged them separately and placed them in the nightstand bottom drawer. Even added a package of batteries and added a bow. This reminds me of when I was a late teen, just turned 18. My mom had cleaned my room, found some adult material and mentioned it to my dad. There was a pause during dinner and he looked me straight in the face. Told me to hide my stuff better. Then grinned like the Cheshire Cat from Wonderland and started laughing as mom just kinda stared at her plate. Live and learn. Reorganized some stuff. Never had an issue or other conversation about it since. Appreciate all the upvotes. I find the image of the 3-yo sister laser blasting you with a vibrator quite adorable and hilarious. Today I fucked up by giving my brother laxatives instead of antihistamines before a night out. Oh BBY, did I just FCK up? It's around 4:45 p.m. here in Aus and my brother is going out clubbing tonight with some mates while he's back in town from uni. He tends to get a bit red in the face with alcohol and he generally gets a stuffy nose, so I thought I'd be the helpful big sister and give him 2 cetirizine 10 mg TWC brand. He chucks them back dry because he's an animal who can raw dog pills and I'm explaining how they'll help a bit with his nose and maybe redness. While putting the blister pack back in the box I'm fiddling with the blister pack and realize I've confused my recently used bisacodyl, TWC brand, for my cetirizine. I seriously considered not telling him and just risking that he'd be fine, but the idea of my baby brother in the line of a club shitting his pants makes me want to cry and laugh hysterically. So I decided to lay all the cards on the table and push for a TAC-VOM. Broke the news while crying laughing and told him to quickly try and vomit them up. Successful vomit but no pills spotted. Hoping they had started to dissolve and he just vomited the bisacodyl tab juice up. Guess we'll find out. He's taken the risk and is heading to pre-drinks with his mates and I'm praying it all goes well. I'll update in a few hours when I've heard the outcome. Sincerely hoping he shits himself at his mate's house in a controlled environment during prez and is all set for a fun night out after. TLR accidentally gave my bro laxatives instead of antihistamines before a night out and now I'm waiting to hear if I've ruined his night. Update 9:10 p.m. No poop volcano as of yet. This is either a great sign that the TAC-VOM was successful or a very bad sign for him later in the evening. Skull, he's had Hungry Jacks for dinner. Don't ask me how 19-yo male brains work. And I'm praying for his lower intestines. Update 10:34 p.m. Text from the bro. I think I'll be fine. Famous last words? We'll see. Update 12:11 a.m. Sorry to disappoint gang, but the club toilets and dance floor have not yet been christened with the unholy bisacodyl waters. However, as many have pointed out, it may take up to 12 hours or so for them to take effect. I'm probably going to be the designated driver picking him up at 3 a.m. I do owe him for attempted sabotage, so I'll update in the morning or if a major episode happens. Update 2:54 a.m. Picked a very drunk and very lucky brother up from the club, not one issue at all. Half of me is glad. The other half wishes he crapped his pants during pre-games. Woman shrugging, we're now convinced he vomited them up. Thanks for joining along in the ride. It felt like some sort of comedy TV show plot when it started. Tears of joy. Sorry the ending was anticlimactic, but at least he and his mates got a good laugh out of it and I will have endless bullying material. Oh, I can't wait for the update. Still, you're a good sister. Does no one care how cis constipation is faring? Also, should we expect a Today I fucked up post titled, Today I fucked up getting some guy on the other side of world to wonder how my constipation is faring? Antihistamines would just make him more fucked up though. Okay, is TAC-VOM short for tactical vomit? Because if so I need to know so I can start using it appropriately. We were having a Renaissance fair at school and my friend and I were in charge of setting up the apothecary. We were gonna use tea for one of the potions. My friend said she'd bring the tea. Day of the Renaissance fair she shows up with a detox tea she found in her grandpa's pantry. It was laxative tea. We almost served it to the entire elementary and middle school plus all their parents. That is fucking amazing. Tears of joy. Today I fucked up by ignoring my headaches. I've been having headaches off and on pretty consistently for about 3 years. I've been to the doctor and it was always just, it's a sinus infection. Or whatever, and I have migraines, which are different, but I assumed that they were maybe connected and I'm trying to get through cosmetology school, which is a nightmare by itself. I'm graduating in a week thankfully. Then my husband randomly and unexpectedly decided to add eye insurance this year. We've never needed it and don't wear glasses, but if we've got it might as well use it. I'd been having some spots in my vision and occasionally have blurry vision, but they'd gone away and I assumed it was just from looking at my screens too much. So a week ago I go in, they dilate my eyes, horrible, never had it done, I don't recommend. And the doctor spent a solid 15 minutes poking and prodding my peepers before telling me my optical nerve is very swollen. He rattled off a list of things it could be. My favorites were brain tumor and brain bleed. He said I needed to go to the and get an MRI immediately. While at the I get a contrast and non-contrast MRI. They find my brain is taking a bath in too much spinal fluid, so I get to sleep overnight on the neuro unit for a spinal tap in the morning. They do the spinal tap and drain as much fluid as they can off my brain. My opening pressure was 39. The doctor said they considered 25 to be high. They were able to get me down to 18. I got to home later that day. To treat it I take a pill every day. It's called IIH and likely explains my headaches, why my migraines have been so much worse, vertigo, issues focusing, and blurry vision. Too long did not read. I'd been having headaches, went to the eye doc for something seemingly unrelated, ended getting a spinal tap and having a semi-rare brain disorder, and now I get to take a pill every day. I would say that today, you saved your own life by seeing an eye doctor. Holy shit. I am so glad you are okay now. Excess spinal pressure is some serious stuff. Would you mind explaining what IIH is? I've heard the meds for this make people hate carbonation. How's soda, sparkling water for you now? Please let the other doctors know that they blew the call, they minimized and dismissed your complaints, and please don't do that to anyone else. By the way, are you female? Women are dismissed more readily than men. Sounds like you should recommend eye dilation. It was the right thing to do. You just got at least 10 people to make emergency neurology appointments.